Hey there, saxophones! I hope that you guys are doing well and having a good day today. Welcome to your newest lesson video. So, today we're going to start out with our 4-note scale. Alright, so before we actually play, let's check to make sure our posture is good and we're holding our instrument correctly. Can you first check your neck strap? Alright, so remember, the right side of your body, your saxophone is going to come over to. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. We want to make sure that mouthpiece goes right to your bottom lip. All right. So, and we also want to make sure you don't have to tilt your head awkwardly. You want to be able to look straight ahead. So first, just sit in your chair, look straight ahead, bring that mouthpiece to you, adjust it. You can either adjust the mouthpiece or the neck. Remember, anytime you're adjusting this neck or taking it out to put away, remember you have this neck screw that's really important to use. Loosen it whenever you're taking your neck off, right? It'll just wiggle right off. And make sure it's loosened when you put it on as well. It doesn't come off very easily when it's tight. So you got to make sure you loosen it to take it off, because otherwise you can mess up that neck if you try to force it. All right, awesome. So make sure right now my mouthpiece is going like kind of my chin, so I'm gonna have to bring it up a little. So it's easiest to do that, set it on your lap and then pull it up. It's very difficult to figure out these neck straps at first. Mine's even very crooked. So over time though, it'll get easier. You might want to have a parent help you right now to adjust it. Oh man. The other thing is, do you see how mine's like all wound wrong? Like, it's got to be flipped. I'll do that later. But that happens, so just be aware of yours. You might need to check yours. Oh, this is like not right. All right, there we go. Can we please all play a G? So show me a G. Pointer finger, middle, ring finger. Thumb is back here on the black, right? With 1, 2, 3. Remember, skip the top one and skip the cute little one. And your pinky is just resting, right? Play a G. I'm going to play mine first, and then I want you to play yours to make sure we're playing the same note. Good. Play your G. Listen to mine. Good. Now play yours. All right. We're going to go through our whole notes, our four note scale, and I'm going to start with my G. I'm going to play it first. I'm going to play a whole note, then you're going to play a whole note. Then I'm going to play my next whole note, you're going to play your next whole note, so that you're listening to try to match my sound and match the note that I'm playing, and make sure that you're playing the same one. If for some reason you're not, then there's probably something wrong with your instrument. So we got to figure that out. So please let me know. We can always do like a Google Meet or anything to try to figure out what's wrong with your saxophone. It's saxophone and really all the woodwinds. There's a lot of things that can happen that aren't your fault, that just happen on these instruments because there's so many keys and so many parts and pieces to it. So little things can happen, or you can be accidentally hitting something you don't know about and it's going to mess the whole thing up. So we're just trying to make sure you're playing the same note as me. All right, here we go. I'm going to play first, then you're going to play all the way up our 4-note scale. Here we go. I'm going to go first. Ready? Listen. Now you play. 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to play. Now you're A. Now listen. 2, 3. Now the new note. Now you play. Awesome. Stop right there. Cool. So hopefully your notes sounded the same as my notes, and hopefully your fingers were doing the right thing too. All right, let's go through the whole thing all the way up and down together now. Together. And 1, 2, ready, and. So at the beginning there, when I kind of messed up my note, I accidentally hit this on the side with my hand, and it changed the note completely. So just remember, it's so easy to accidentally hit anything down here. And if you do, it's going to mess up your notes that you're trying to play. All right. Hey, guys, let's work on our quarter notes. Let's play 4 quarter notes together, all the way up our 4-note scale and back down. All right? So remember, our tongue is going to just be touching that reed. Ta, 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 and it's inside your mouth. So if you say ta, 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 your sound comes out when you move your tongue back, right? Ta, ta, that's the same thing with the sound on the mouthpiece. Ta, you start out before you have any sound with your tongue touching the mouthpiece, touching the reed. And then you move it back, ta, and let the air go through. Ta, all right? Keep working on the tonguing stuff. It's really tricky, and it's especially really tricky to learn on digital lessons. So do your best with it. If it's messing you up, if it hurts your tongue, then take a break from it. I want you to each lesson try it when we do our warm-ups, but if it's messing you up, then take a break. But if you are figuring it out, awesome. Keep tonguing. Keep working on it because it's so important to playing the saxophone. All right, here we go. Together, we're going to go up to our C and back down to our G. Starting on our G, tonguing 4 quarter notes. 1, 2, ready, and... Awesome. All right, guys, nice job with that warm-up. Let's do some review really quick. We're going to start with our rhythms. Tell me what this is. We're going to mix them all up this time. What is this? That is a whole rest. How many beats does a whole rest get? 4. What is this? That is a quarter note. How many beats does a quarter note get? 1. What is this? Or this? It's a half note. How many beats does a half note get? 2. All right, how about this? It's a quarter rest. How many beats does a quarter rest get? 1. What's this? A half rest. How many beats does a half rest get? 2. And what's this? A whole note. How many beats does a whole note get? 4. Awesome. All right. Now we're going to review our notes. So I was able to get my flashcards. So I'm excited about this. Someday when we're all back together, every single one of you will get a set of your own flashcards that I made. And these are going to help a lot. But in the meantime, we're going to just practice together on here. All right, so I'm going to show you a note. Let's go through them really quick and review them, and then I'll quiz you on them. So what is this note? So remember, the names of the lines are starting in the bottom always, every good bird does fly. So every good. So that is a G. Now the cool thing about my flashcards is on the back, it says the name of the note, but it also shows you what your fingers have to do. So there's what your fingers do for a G. Okay, how about this? What is this note? That is on the space. So remember, space is face. So always start with the bottom, F-A-C-E. So F-A, that's an A, right? And there it shows you what your fingers do. All right, how about this one? Every good bird, B. And then this one. Remember, face is space. Space is face. I guess it doesn't matter which way you say it, but F-A-C-E. So F-A-C. There's our new note that we just learned. That's C. All right, we're going to mix them up. Let's see how we do. Can you have your saxophone in your hands like you'd normally be playing? And I want you to also show me your fingers, what your fingers do for each of these notes. So, first one. What is this? Say what it is first, and then show me what your fingers do. So that is a C. What do your fingers do? Right in the middle. What is this? And show me what your fingers do. Hopefully it looks like this, and you said G. And what's this? And one more. Awesome. All right, guys, we'll keep working on those. Hopefully, each time we do them, you get a little bit better and it gets easier. So we've reviewed our rhythms, we've reviewed our notes and what our fingers do on our saxophone and our posture. All right, let's now play a review song together. So can we go to page 8 in the book, number 1.22, Home Bass. This is a song you were working on last week, so hopefully we can just go straight through it. All right, so this was when we were learning our new C. All right, so why don't we start with that C? And let's try to play all the way through this song. Here we go. From the beginning. 1, 2, ready, and... Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Awesome. Okay, so guys, hopefully you were able to stay with me and play that song with me. If you felt like you had to slow down in spots and you couldn't really keep up or you had to hesitate, that just means we got to work on that song a few more times, all right? Go ahead and work on that. Pause this video. Go back to last week's video if you feel like it. But focus on that song first before you go on, all right? If you felt like I was going too slow and you were trying to play faster than me, then that means you weren't listening. Even though you can play it faster, doesn't mean you should. If we're playing together, we should stay together, okay? So make sure you're always listening to the people that you're playing with. So right now, we're trying to play together, even though it's digitally and across, many miles. Listen so that you can make sure that you're still staying with me, all right? And then if you want to play it by yourself faster, that's awesome. Play the whole thing faster at the same speed. But that's great if you can. All right, but hopefully you guys were able to stay with me through that. All right, and if you're ready to go to a new song and learn a new note, let's do that right now. So look at number 1.23, even higher. So we get to start a new note. So I'm actually going to get out my new flashcard right here. Okay, so this is exciting. This note in your book, look at 1.23, even higher. It looks like this. So is it on a line or a space? It's on a line, right? So just remember, every good bird does. So it's on the D line. So it's called a D. Now, in your book, it shows you what your fingers do. And it shows this right here. So I'm going to explain what this all means because it looks pretty confusing when you think about what we have been doing. It hasn't looked like this. Okay, so we get to use the most keys for this note than we have for any other note yet. So what we have to do, guys, can you show me your G? 1, 2, 3. All right, so on our left hand, we've got all 3 down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, ready? Our right hand, we get to finally use. So my right hand, we also put them on these pearls, right? These white plastic pieces here. They used to be made out of pearls. That's why we call them the pearls. Anyway, really nice saxophones. They still make them out of pearl. Ours are made out of a nice shiny plastic. Okay, so we're going to put our finger on 1, 2, 3. All right, and my thumb is on that thumb rest. All right, so your right thumb is here, pointer finger 1, 2, 3. Your pinky is just gonna float, just sit up in the air, just like this pinky. All right, so we've got left hand. Remember, left hand is always on top. Left hand is 1, 2, 3. Right hand is 1, 2, 3. Now, our thumb on the back, we've had it on this black the whole time. We are going to bring it up, and we're going to push this down. This is called your octave key. Your octave key. So, the notes that are higher, we use the octave key. And I'll explain more at another lesson why we call it the octave key. But you don't need to press that black anymore. You're going to slide your thumb up and press down on that octave key. Okay, so we've got thumb is down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All these fingers are down. All right, let's try to play that note. Listen to it first. Now play yours. Listen. Play yours. Check your fingers if it's not sounding the same. It should have, you need to have your thumb on the octave key. Thumb. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Make sure we don't hit any extra keys. No extra. Your pinkies aren't doing anything. Play it again together. D. Awesome. All right, guys, look at number 1.23, even higher. Let's air band it together. Practice our fingers as we go through this. I'll say the first couple measures with you, and then you say the rest as we all go through our fingers together. Here we go. Ready? Say it with me. And D. D. Rest, rest. B, B. C, C. D. Rest, rest. G. Now you say it. Rest, rest. 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you would like to pause the video and air band that again, or just focus on little measures, that is a really great thing to do. I suggest it. Focus in on a couple measures that are tricky, because there's some tricky measures in there. Air band it 3 times in a row, then play that by itself 3 times in a row, and then go back and play it all together. But when you're ready to play it with me, let's play it together. Here we go, from the beginning, even higher. On our new note, the D. Thumb up, and then when you go to the other notes, after the D, you have to slide that finger back down to the black. Only the D right now do we use our thumb up here on the octave key. If you don't slide your finger down, you're going to be playing really high notes for the rest of those notes. So make sure only the D, you're going to have it up here, and then the rest of the notes that we play, your thumb is on the black. Okay? Here we go, beginning. 1, 2, ready, and awesome. All right, guys, I recommend that you focus on that song this week, even higher. Air band it, work on little tiny chunks all by itself so that we can really practice switching our fingers around, especially with that new note, the D, because you have to have all of your fingers down. And sometimes you go from like all your fingers down to just one finger down, right? And so we're going to also get used to using that octave key and just sliding your thumb up and then sliding it back down. All right, so we'll keep practicing all that stuff. I hope that you have a great week and happy practicing. I'll see you next time. Bye.